Hey guys, welcome back to The Artist Eye. This marks episode 2. I'm your host, Dante, and today we're going to be touching on the idea of prop making. Sticking with the theme of this show, it is what can you see with the artist's eye? What can you see when you think outside the box? So with props, we're going to be focusing on found object props. In other words, instead of making stuff from scratch, we're going to take everything we can find, duct tape, um, old broken toys, and I'm going to show you how to make props for short skits, even better films, because if you can make it cheap and make it look good, why would you spend a good $100, $200 on a prop? Today we're going to start with two basic things. One, the bottle. I know you're thinking, bottles are stupid. Why the hell would you focus on a bottle? There's entire groups of people whose sole purpose is to design a bottle. We're talking what's sexy, what's appealing, what kind of bottles would men buy for their drinks, would women buy for their drinks. So the bottle itself has its own unique design. I like this bottle right here because it has these ridges on the sides, and it leaves the mind open to a lot of different ideas. The second thing we're going to focus on is something that's existed in nature for many years, and basically it's the creation of so many things. The egg, in this case a plastic Easter egg. So a friend of mine needed me to do several props for a futuristic film, short film, I mind you. He needed missiles and bazookas, a lot of guns and like over-the-top looking weaponry. So I suggested the idea of large mortar shells or bullets or simple rocket launchers. And with that said, I took these two objects and I kept looking at them, and I noticed the size of the egg and the size of the top of this bottle. So I popped the egg open and just glued it right on top like that. When you do that, you now have this kind of weird sci-fi looking bullet. Or you could put a bunch of these into a rack and stick them on top of a bazooka, and they look like these mortar shells. Another idea you could do with these, well, let me show you.
As always, you start with the basic shape. You let your mind flow and you try to figure out what can you get from it. So, in this case, let's make it a spaceship. You could easily just glue a plastic cup to the bottom to give it the funnel. Then you could take some sheets of plastic or styrene and cut them into shape and glue those. What I like about this particular bottle is that it has these weird um, square bumps on the side. So if you tape the bumps, then give it all a big spray paint of silver, and then take the bumps off, they end up looking like little plastic windows. And if you know how, you can even feed a small LED light into the inside. So when you turn the LED light on, or the LED light, when you turn the LED light on, it shines through the small windows. You can put a window at the top as well, and there you go. You now have a quick, easy spaceship.
So, using found objects, we made an odd futuristic bullet, if not large, and a kind of retro spaceship. But I want to show you what we did for the final product. Boom! Rocket. Of course, this is not the actual product from the film we did. This is a quick remake. The actual product was all plastic. This is cardboard. What did we do? Once again, found objects. Glued the egg top to the bottle. We then attached a plastic piping and a simple plastic cup. The final film had a better paint job as well. This is just flat silver. The actual paint job was silver with some highlights. We tried copper, and we scratched off some silver to have it like a metal, worn away look. We added black paint to the edges to give it that burnt out effect. When we were done, we had a bunch of these in the background on a rack, just sitting there. Slightly out of focus, so you didn't see too much of the detail on them, but still quite nice. We even added barcode painting on the tubing. The artist's eye. Look, and let your imagination do the rest. Don't just look at an object and say that's all it can be. Look at it and think of what it can be. You made this, and you can make anything else you want. Take bottles, take broken toys, take half a baseball bat, whatever you can. Turn it into something. on paper, or in this case, in real life. Once again, I'm Dante. This has been The Artist's Eye. And if you have any challenges or any ideas for future shows, put a post in the bottom. Heck, even leave a link to a photograph you took of a weird paint stain on the wall, to a pile of broken bricks, and tell me what you saw in it. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to your mind when it creates things that aren't really there, because that's your imagination, and that's the artist in you talking to you. Have a good one.